Hey Frank, I hope all's well. One of the things that we would love added to the indicator are the ability to incorporate trend lines and the breaking of trend lines. And I wanted to create a video for you so that I could describe as best as possible what it is that I would like done, because I see that it will require some logic in order to make it work well. So there are two types of trend lines that I'm going to describe here. We got the larger downtrend line and what I'm calling the active downtrend line. So active DTL. So the active, DTL. So the active downtrend line is the downtrend line that would be formed, or the active trend line would be the trend line that's formed with the most recent lower highs or higher lows. In this case, this line here is the active DTL, and this line here is the larger DTL. And I guess in certain cases you could even say that it was this or this, but more importantly we wanted to make sure that we have something for the active downtrend lines to help confirm signals. So this active DTL, or UTL, depending on its uptrend or downtrend, it's drawn using the lower highs, but the most recent lower highs. So whatever the logic was, would have to look at a very recent correlation period and look at what would be the most recent high, I guess. And the reference point you would use is when something reverses. I saw in your last code you're able to detect uptrend or downtrend, and perhaps we can, what I would really ultimately like to be able to do, and maybe explain to me if this is possible, is be able to mark these swing highs and swing lows, and maybe do that on a smaller scale as well, to be able to draw these trend lines and later on actually do some fib measurements if possible. We really want to be able to mark these swing highs and lows as reference points, and you seem to be the right guy to talk to make that happen in code, which is great. So over here with the active downtrend line, what we'd like is to be able to get an alert. So here, when it gets hit with the price, if we could have these trend lines drawn actively, so in real time, and then get a alert when they break, that would be fantastic. And ultimately what we'd like to do is use them to filter the signal. So if we keep going, what you'll see is the signal comes in. So we got a signal now. I think we get a couple more. If not, doesn't really matter. There we go. We got a couple more. So we've had an active downtrend break, and now we have signals within a correlation period, and that's one of the things we would like to use to filter the signals. So you get quite a few of them. So an active trend break helps us filter these signals we're getting from this indicator, and what we'd like to do is be able to identify and draw the trend lines in real time. Not just get alerts, but actually see them on the charts and maybe have these points where they're starting from marked. I've seen some other indicators that do it, so I know it's possible. It would just be nice to have our own so we can incorporate it with the other filtering factors, and of course be able to customize our alerts and whatnot. So that is what I wanted to explain for the active trend line, and then this would be the larger trend line. So maybe in the past it would be here until it breaks, and then when the price drops again, you have a new lower high, and so then it becomes this line. And then well, when that broke over here, I did not want it to jump forward immediately. Let's go back. When that broke over here, let's do it. Let's go. So you ideally be able to have these alert you automatically as well. So you get an alert that now the large downtrend line is being breached. That would go off initially here. And that is what I wanted to explain regarding the trend lines.